Hi, greetings. I'm someone named Dean. Welcome. I'm some dad in his mid-30s who decided to make a Let's Play channel and attempt to stream, even though I don't have time. I got a full-time job, sometimes overtime. I also have a 3-year-old toddler at home. And I have another kid coming in maybe 2 weeks, maybe 1 week, maybe 3 weeks. We're waiting. But hey, I'm here, doing my thing. Thanks for joining. So, today's episode is going to be themed around, well, the 16 subscriber special. I don't know how it happened, but somehow either 16 of my friends accidentally clicked on the subscribe button or 16 strangers accidentally hit that same button. Either way, hey, thank you. I appreciate it. It's kind of neat seeing that number go up, even though I call myself someone named Dean, but let's be honest. I'm just a Dean. That's all. But anyways, going off the theme of last subscriber special, which was the 15 subscriber special, I played Halo 2. I played that game for the first time when I was 15. This time around, I'm going to play a game that I played for the first time when I was 16. Hence, 16 subscriber special. Anyways, that would have been in 2005. And yeah, it hurts to think that was 20 years ago. But it was a great year in gaming. A lot of interesting games and fantastic games came out. When I say interesting, I'm thinking of Shadow of the Colossus, which was both interesting and good. It's very atmospheric, haunting, lonely. Guitar Hero came out. That was basically the party game. Everyone wanted to play this. If you brought it to a party, you were awesome. Nothing like beer and Guitar Hero. God of War, what an epic game. I don't know if kids these days use that word epic, but man, plight of Kratos, the cost of vengeance. It's a good game. And seeing like those seamless loading screens where, somehow they disguised Kratos doing stuff and then suddenly bam, a cutscene would play. That was awesome. That always took me by surprise, and it just made for a very cinematic experience. Fear, really good game. Really creepy. I remember my buddy playing this on his computer. Yeah, he had a cutting-edge computer at the time, and just seeing all the particle effects and just terrain getting destroyed and just the eeriness of it all. Prince of Persia... The Prince of Persia trilogy will be a series I will definitely revisit. I played Sands of Time, Warrior Within, and Two Thrones. I've played that trilogy multiple times, front to back. And I love these games. I have the collection on PS3, but I also have them for Steam, so you'll see that in the future. Definitely played this game with some buddies. My cousin bought this game. I played it too, and watched him play through it. I thought it was an awesome game. And this was fun too. I really enjoyed the story of Tony Hawk's Underground 1, but this has some interesting stuff going on. It also tried to do, I think, a little bit of trickery with the loading screens. I remember skateboarding on a barge, going to a different map, and it kind of worked. But anyways, the game we're going to be looking at today is Resident Evil 4. So we're going to get right to that in just a second. Just going to scroll down this list to see if there's any other things to highlight. Well, Psychonauts was good, but I didn't play that until much later on Steam. Oh, and Splinter Cell. We'll definitely be revisiting this series at some point in the future. Oh, San Andreas, that came out 2005. Man, what a good year of gaming. I remember my cousins having just crazy upgraded stats for CJ and just watching them play through and run around and do all this crazy stuff and do a bunny hop on a bicycle that was 3 stories tall, flying planes and stuff. This was the pinnacle of sandbox gaming. Holy smokes. And I was just blown away that it was all on a PlayStation 2. Okay, anyways, let's get to it, shall we? Let's open up Steam, and we're gonna hit this button. I wonder if I kept any audience members here. I understand that as a wannabe Let's Player / streamer, gotta get to the point within the first minute. Don't worry, we'll get there in 5. Yeah, Resident Evil 4. Fantastic game. A classic. I would have played this on the GameCube when it was only for GameCube. At the time, I thought the graphics were cutting edge, and I think they still are. Although we're not going to be getting that original experience from the GameCube, I'm sure I could arrange to borrow my GameCube. Well, I say my GameCube and borrow. I know that doesn't make sense. My brothers have my GameCube at the moment. More on that in a bit. Just looking at the stuff there. And there's a leaderboard? Oh. Oh, this is new to me. It's all about, like, clear times and stuff? Okay. Let's hit new game. I guess professional... Pretty sure there's a professional mode, and I guess you unlock it after you beat the game on normal. Well, let's do normal. And let's enjoy this cutscene.
Resident Evil 4.
1998. I'll never forget it. It was the year when those grisly murders occurred in the Arklay Mountains. Soon after, the news was out to the whole world, revealing that it was the fault of a secret viral experiment conducted by the international pharmaceutical enterprise, Umbrella. The virus broke out in a nearby mountain community, Raccoon City, and hit the peaceful little town with a devastating blow crippling its very foundation. Not taking any chances, the President of the United States ordered a contingency plan to sterilize Raccoon City. With the whole affair gone public, the United States government issued an indefinite suspension of business decree to Umbrella. Soon its stock prices crashed, and for all intents and purposes, Umbrella was finished.
Until...
6 years have passed since that horrendous incident. I received special training via a secret organization working under the direct control of the president. I was to assume the responsibility of protecting the new president's family.
Coño, why am I the one who always gets the short end of the stick?
You, who are you really? Come on and tell us. You are a long way from home, cowboy. You have my sympathies.
Guess that's a local's way of breaking the ice. Anyway, you know what this is all about. My assignment is to search for the president's missing daughter.
What? All by yourself?
I'm sure you boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did.
Oh, you crazy American. It's a direct order from the chief himself. I tell you, it's no picnic.
I'm counting on you guys.
Oh, this is Resident Evil 4. At the time, this would have been cutting-edge graphics. I hadn't seen a game look this good up until that point.
It was right before I was to take on my duties of protecting the president's daughter when she was abducted. That's the ultimate reason I'm in this lonely and rural part of Europe. According to our intelligence, there's reliable information about a sighting of a girl that looks very similar to the president's daughter. Apparently, she's being withheld by some unidentified group of people. Who would have thought that my first job would have been a rescue mission?
It's freezing. So cold all of a sudden. Must be my imagination. Sorry it took so long.
Just up ahead is the village.
I'll go and have a look around.
We'll stay and watch the car. Don't want to get any parking tickets.
Right. Parking tickets.
Good luck.
Jeez. Who are these guys?
Did you say something?
Leon, I hope you can hear me. I'm Ingrid Hunnigan. I'll be your support on this mission.
Loud and clear. Somehow I thought you'd be a little older. So the subject's name's Ashley Graham, right?
That's right. She's the daughter of the president. So try to behave yourself, okay?
Whoever this group is, they sure picked the wrong girl to kidnap.
I'll try to find some more information on my end as well.
Good. Talk to you later. Leon out.
Yeah, I'm got mouse and keyboard here. These guys don't seem that bad. They just seem a little abrasive. I mean, the one guy offered Leon a cigarette.
Not that way, cowboy.
Forget your makeup or something? No estés odiando. Get this over with, will you? No estés odiando. Get this over with, will you?
I got my Xbox controller here. Oh, yeah, it works. Okay. Yeah, seems to work good. Okay. Oh. Nope, didn't get it. So, Resident Evil 4. You shoot birds. They'll give you money, or grenades, or ammo. Or I guess, yeah. Those two. So... trying to think back to when I was 16. I would have been... I think I would have been playing this on a giant CRT TV that my cousins had the first time. I thought it was... I don't know. I was excited to play it. Leon seems so cool, even though his one-liners are extremely cheesy. And yeah. I can't say the game was too scary. I didn't find it scary anyways.
Excuse me. Sir? I was wondering if you might recognize the girl in this photograph.
¿Qué carajo estás haciendo aquí? ¡Lárgate, cabrón!
Sorry to have bothered you.
It's basically saying, how dare you enter my house and wave a gun around. Get out of here.
Freeze! I said freeze!
Oop. Oh, I messed that up. Oh, man. I wonder if you need to kill that guy or if he could just go run upstairs.
Shit.
Is everything okay?
There was a hostile local. I had no choice but to neutralize him. There are still others surrounding the area.
Get out of there and head toward the village. Take whatever measures necessary to save the subject.
Understood.
Yeah, it definitely jumps into the action right away. Oh, I could jump out the window here. He's not a zombie. Oh, he did take a couple bullets to the face. Something is burning in the fire, but I can't tell what it is. I mean, I see a skeletal hand, but it also could just be wood. Yeah, I remember playing this game, I was like, oh man, maybe we're in the wrong here, because they seem... Okay, he seemed aggressive, sure. But then you hop over here and it's like, oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, maybe it's justified. Looks like they killed a lot of people. Hope Ashley's okay. Heh. Oh wait, I can just... action jump. Yeah, stuff like that was just awesome to see. And yeah, I didn't really find this game as scary. There are some moments. My favorite part of this game would have been the first disc. The whole castle and village portion. Whoa, ho, ho, hey. One thing I have to acclimate to is the fact that you can't run around when shooting. Now, at the time, I feel like this was invoking, you know, the earlier Resident Evils where you'd move around, you know, pivot, quick turn, and then you'd aim, you know, up and down. So it did feel traditional in that sense, but later on, I think maybe like Dead Space 2008 version, I think that's when it came out. I believe it had the mechanic of being able to move around and aim, and it made you realize, I kind of like that. Yeah. But you know, the game still plays very good. Also, the remake is also amazing. The one that came out, what it's 2003 it came out, I guess? Oh, I don't know, it's been a minute. Anyways, I'm just gonna save. I did play a little bit yesterday, just to make sure it would run properly. I just want to be proactive here. Shaky. I feel like playing on the controller is a bit more of an authentic experience. I could do mouse and keyboard. I might have an easier time with it, but you know, the shakiness is tied to upgrading the weapons, which was a cool mechanic. Yeah, so you basically later on can upgrade your weaponry. Also, we're gonna be a good guy. We're gonna free this dog. So a bit of a spoiler for the Resident Evil 4 remake. It's essentially a retelling. It's really good. It almost takes the Resident Evil 4 campaign storyline here and, you know, fleshes it out. I think my only gripe with it, and it's going to seem kind of strange of me to say this, I wish there was a bit more Hunnigan. I really liked Hunnigan as a character. I know you don't get to talk to her for most of this game, and once you reach a certain point. I think once you get dropped into the pit by, what's his name? Salazar? That's his name? Yeah. But I like the dialogue that they shared, and I don't know, I just noticed there was an absence of her in the remake. But other than that, I enjoyed everything about it. I have yet to play the Separate Ways DLC, or whatever it would be called. The remake, anyways. Yeah, back in the day, I would have been a little bit of a Nintendo purist, even though, I'm not gonna lie, I've been disappointed by Nintendo many a times. It was basically until the Nintendo Switch that I felt like Nintendo was making some good choices again. Now, I'm not gonna say like I was a Nintendo sheep, but I grew up playing Nintendo, and I really enjoyed things like Mario and Zelda and all that stuff. Oh yeah, I remember when I first played this game, turning around, seeing this scared me. So yeah, okay, this game scared me a couple times. Guess there's no sex discrimination here. Better find her fast.
¡Os voy a romper a pedazos!
Oh no. Oh no. Nope, no kicking. Uh-oh. Wow, I am awful. I'm so bad at this. I probably have an easier time on keyboard and mouse, but I want to mess around with the controller a bit more.
¡Forastero! ¡Avisad a los demás!
Yeah, I own the GameCube version. Later on, my cousins would acquire the PS2 version, which I believe I replayed because Resident Evil 2, and it had some extra stuff. I was a little bit choked in the sense that, oh man, it has like new stuff that I don't have access to, but that was just kind of how it went back in the day. It was your incentive of potentially buying the game again or getting it for a different console or compensation for not having it earlier. I think if I remember correctly, graphically the GameCube was a bit better, but...
Leon, how you holding up?
Bad question, Hunnigan.
Sorry to hear that. I'm sending you a playing manual. Hope you find it useful.
I'll take a look at it, thanks.
Let's quickly scroll through this. Yeah. Xbox controller. What if I... Oh yeah, okay, if I use the mouse, quickly show you. That's good. Automatically does it. So I have files here. Chat log. First playing man. Okay. Going Ashley. 20. Oh, yeah, I gotta talk about the attaché case. When I saw this for the first time, I thought it was cool. I was a bit confused at first because I was like, this isn't Resident Evil. I mean, it is, but it isn't. But this is definitely an improvement, in my opinion, to the traditional... No, it was like, what? 8 inventory slots? Or 6, depending. And the fact that you can pick up items, rotate them, reorganize it. Kind of... I don't know, it was just an extra layer of this quote-unquote survival. And I always love just being able to rotate it or, you know, examine. See the higher polygon count item. So yeah, to my understanding, the GameCube version was a bit more graphically superior than PlayStation 2, but it's not like you would even notice. I think it was just like polygonal counts for the most part, maybe some textures. But you know what, it's been a while since I've seen the whole comparison video. Yeah, this is one of the few context-sensitive times where Leon can look around and actually use some pair of binoculars he has. A little bit jerky, but if I use the mouse, yeah, there we go. A little bit easier. So everything seems relatively normal until you look at this and like, oh, that sucks. And that happened very fast. Poor guy. Fuck. I mean, well, you know, they didn't hear that? Oh, good. I try not to swear, because normally I have a toddler at home, and sometimes he sneaks up on me, but he's at the grandparents right now, so that might be the one of the few times you'll ever actually hear me swear. Okay, well, that went perfectly. Let's get this show started. So this is probably one of my favorite sequences of this game. Very intense, you're just, you know, trying to survive, go around the village. Okay, my memory is failing me, likely because I played the remake. I thought I could go through this way. I don't think I can on this version. Well then. Oh, hello. Oh, shit. That's not what it looks like. Secret Agent Kennedy here. Prancing around like an idiot. I decided to go in the village and just sharding people. Why can't I talk? I did work today, but who am I kidding? I can barely talk. Anyways, I decided to start sharding people. I didn't even engage with the locals. I just started shooting them from behind. I'm pretty sure they kill people. I'm not going to consider the fact it could just be, you know, a one-off. Then, of course, you can just pause the game and... Yeah, I talk about the whole version differences. I think it was the PS2, if you looked at the herb as an example, you could see that maybe there's just a couple less leaves, but at the end of the day, it didn't really matter because you could still play the game on the PS2, and it had more content, and it was just as good. I don't remember if it was on 1 or 2 discs, though. Okay, you could jump over fences. Then I believe there was a re-release of the game for 360 and PS3. Trying to remember. Yeah, get a bit of a viewpoint here, but you can't really do a whole lot. Oh, right, and they just start throwing stuff at you because, yeah, what else are they gonna do? That's where you jump down. Somehow you don't break your knees. I think you can kind of just frolic around for a bit. Eventually, if I remember correctly, the Chainsaw Doctor guy does show up. Actually, you know what? Let's just get the shotgun before I die. Go in here, cutscene plays.
Who are these people? What are they planning? Chainsaw. Shit. Son of a...
Yeah, after playing through this game, I had wished there was more sequences like this. I feel like the remake remedies that a bit. And also there is, of course, Resident Evil 8 that has that whole sequence at the beginning of the game. Which basically kind of felt like a, you know, spiritual sequel to this game in a weird way. I'm just gonna hop out. I love that dive and roll, it's so awesome. Yeah, he basically cemented himself as a badass in this game. He's still a badass in the remake too, he's just a little bit more tragic and traumatized, which probably a little bit more realistic. And of course, Chainsaw Doctor, you want to stay away from him, he'll one-shot you. Okay, I know I say the game didn't really scare me that much. There were some moments in this game. The regenerators, you know, the dudes that you have to snipe with a thermal scope to kill. Those guys always made me extremely nervous. And yeah, any tough enemy would creep me out. Chainsaw guys.
Tenemos que irnos.
Lord Sutler.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Yeah. That's Resident Evil 4.
Hunnigan, I have some bad news. I've confirmed the body of an officer. Something's happened to the people here.
Leon, you need to get out of there. Look for a tower and follow the trail near it.
Got it.
Well, might as well loot the place. In it's God's name. If only he'd come with me. I think you can, yeah, you can pick up ladders. I've pretty much looted this building here. So, if I remember correctly, separate ways, I think. Isn't it like Ada who rings the bell for you? I don't know if in this game. I think in Resident Evil 4 Remake, I think you're able to just shoot the bell tower yourself and have it ring and end the situation sooner. I could be wrong about that though. I remember hearing that there was some ways to, you know, bypass some things, which was really cool to read about. Like apparently there might be a, oh gosh, I don't even know what they're called anymore. Ganado? Is that right? Apparently you can see one of the villagers in the remake. And if you shoot them, there's a sequence where normally there would be dogs, but if you shoot them and kill them, I guess the dogs don't appear later on. Just stuff like that. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I think in the remake, you can even shoot a lantern here and unfortunately set this cow on fire. But yeah, cow marches off and sets everyone ablaze. It does feel good revisiting this game. It's been so long. Yeah, the remake is so good. It essentially it expands upon this game in many ways, but I don't feel like it completely replaces it because there's just something that's so arcadey about this game. Like the whole just roundhouse kicking 6 dudes, having them all topple over. Just go guns a-blazing because usually killing enemies will cause ammo to appear. It never felt like you had to worry about ammunition in this game. At least that's my opinion. Oops. He's strong. Yeah, the remake is what I wanted out of a remake, essentially. I think there could have been more Hunnigan. I really appreciated elements like having more of... Oh gosh, what's his name? Wow, I'm terrible. It's been so long. It's locked, it won't open. There's some kind of symbol on the door. Lewis. Oh man, Lewis is such a cool character. I like how they expanded upon him in the remake. Fleshed out his character and background story. Made him a bit more tragic too. Alert order. Oh, they know you're coming. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Torres Mendez. Oh yeah, I was gonna comment. So, in addition to the GameCube and PS2 version, I did end up replaying this game through on the Wii when it came out. Which, it was okay. Like, looking back, it felt like kind of a bit of a cash grab, but it was sold at essentially a discounted price. I think I got it for like $30 or something like that. So I was all right with that. When I first played this, I was like, oh yeah, money, shoot it, goes in the dirt. That's what you're supposed to do. And yeah, I guess, I don't know why you'd, oh yeah, I guess you would open it just to grab that jewelry. Man, it stinks. That's gross water. Oh, shucks. Right, shooting all these blue medallions, it gets you the Punisher. If you shoot, I think, all 15, you get the Punisher, but upgraded. I can't remember what the threshold is for getting just the pistol itself. You know what? It's probably gonna be on this blue piece of paper here. About the blue medallions. 7 in the farm, 8 in the cemetery. For those of you who destroy 10 or more, will be rewarded. Also, another thing that was faithful to the original, but I wouldn't have minded if they expanded upon it. Just who the heck the merchant is, you know? Oh. I hear someone. Oh, we're okay? We're okay. Even though I'm firing a handgun. When I played through the remake, I just immediately went on professional, and I was having a very hard time with that game. Underestimating the range of this knife. I don't know why. Ooh, jeez. I can't believe this. These are all dead bodies. Yeah, something weird is going on, that's for sure. Once you start seeing stuff like that, it's like, okay, I don't feel so bad just gunning up everyone here. I'm starting to run out of ammo, though. Actually, I don't know how much ammo I have. Oh, 43, I'm golden. Probably heal, though. Oops. Actually. That's not good. Was there always a dog here? I honestly don't remember. Yeah, I don't actually remember that detail. Interesting. Yeah, in addition to the attaché case and the fact that you can upgrade your weapons, I always thought that upgrading your health was an interesting mechanic. Yeah, I honestly didn't remember that there was a dog in this area. I don't know if this would be the type of game where if it had some sort of thing where if you shoot it, it doesn't later come up as, you know, parasitic monster. It does feel like it's a little easier to play the game with the mouse and keyboard, but I'm just gonna stick to the controller. Kinda wish I could play with a GameCube controller. I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll borrow my GameCube back. Huh, my brother's GameCube. Okay, some context. I don't know. Whenever I was essentially done with a game or something like that. Oh, weird. I don't remember what to do here. Oh, I remember now. I just have to drop down from above. Yeah, so growing up, I bought a majority of like the GameCube games and I guess the Wii games as well. And whenever I was done with the console, I was like, okay, you know what? I enjoyed playing this, but I'll let my brothers keep them because they'll get some mileage out of it. Not to say I didn't share with them, but you know, at some point I ended up moving out, so I just let them, you know, keep the GameCube, keep the Wii. Never had a PS2 or anything, but I did have an Xbox, the original one. Let them keep that too. It was around the GameCube era where I started working and making money. So I was actually able to buy video games. Not many, but what I did have, I let them keep. Actually, sorry, I'm gonna be... Oh, look at something. So, I didn't let them keep a bunch of games, but... Let's see. Oh, it's okay. Yeah. Oh, why did it appear? Oh, crap. Oh, let's see. It's Persia. Huh, didn't realize you were here. Oh. Often. Yeah. Oh, I'm making a mess. So yeah, I just had to look. It turns out I actually do have the physical copy of Resident Evil 4 here. So yeah, I let my brothers keep essentially my GameCube collection and Wii collection and whatever other games, Xbox. But it looks like I kept a couple of my favorite games. It looks like I have Prince of Persia. I have Metroid Prime 2 and 3. So Metroid... I got No More Heroes 1 and 2. Neat. Yeah, I just kept a couple because those titles were very sentimental and important to me, and I guess I just couldn't let them go, so even though I didn't have the console, I just held on to them. Interesting how I kept those games, but say, something like Twilight Princess. I don't know. Or Smash Brothers. Second. Over here. I'm gonna just take a look. I don't remember. Yeah, I know not a lot is happening. It's the beginning of the game. I'm not actually sure if I'm gonna do a full playthrough of this or not. Probably not. I think if I were to, I would install the HD mod. It's locked. Okay, we come back here later. So, yeah. Anyways, continuing that tangent. I believe, yeah, this game was re-released for the PS3 and 360, and then later, I think this version is the 2014 HD remaster. Doing quotation marks with my fingers, holding the controller. I know you can't see it. Is that part with the boulder? Yep. Oh my gosh! Jerks. I like how they're just looking though. Can I shoot them? Hey. Hold on, and... Oh. Oh.
Detrás de ti, imbécil.
I don't think they can get to me from down there, right? Right, so this is the 2014 HD. And I guess it was just a way to get it to audiences at the time. I don't remember when I bought it. I think I would have bought this on sale for like $5. So that's all good and dandy. It's nice. One of the nice things about Steam. Get games on sale if you don't feel like pirating them. I mean, finding a way to fire them. Uh-oh. Gotta shoot the dynamite and you're golden. If only my aim was a little bit more steady. Oh. Nope. Come here. Jeez. Listen, Leon's a badass. I just can't play this game. Again, the same signpost. That's not the reload button. Is there a reason to shooting spiders? I know you gotta shoot snakes so they don't bite ya. Hey guys. I can see your heads poking out. Hold on. I can play your game. Oh, jeez. Hey. That didn't do anything. Uh-oh. No, 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 no! You know, back in my youth, I used to be able to shoot them before they threw them. I literally can't. Wow. Hello? Oh. I seem to be safe in here, luckily. My goodness. You know, it's driving me nuts that I don't have the muscle memory. How I'm just shooting first before reloading. That's awful. That's just so wasteful. Luckily, this game's generous with ammunition. When I played the remake, I was actually really hurting for ammunition for the first portion of the game. I was playing a professional, and it did kick my butt quite a bit, but I actually really enjoyed it. I think I was told that if you've already played the game, just play it on professional. But the beginning part was a little tricky. Remember where all those amulets are? Oh yeah, forgot. There's like stuff like nests here. Leon could just be a jerk here and just shoot it. Forgot about that stuff. So, hope there was any blue medallions in this area. I honestly can't remember. It's been a minute. Ah well. I like how you can loot places in this game.
A little rough, don't you think? You're not like them?
No. You?
Okay, I have only one very important question. You got a smoke?
Got gum.
Perfect.
Big cheese.
Big cheese.
What?
What? Sure. So, one thing about the remake is that it kind of removed most of those campy moments. It was a bit more, well, I'd like to say it's just, I felt like Leon, for the most part, reacted sensibly, using his firearm more often.
Feeble humans, let us give you our power. Soon, you will become unable to resist this intoxicating power.
Hey, wake up.
Ay. Crawl out of one hole and into another.
You want to tell me what's going on here?
Americano, see? Now what brings a bloke like you to this part of the world? Oh, hey, easy, whoever you are.
Name's Leon. Came here looking for this girl. Seen her?
What, are you supposed to be a cop or something? Nah, you don't look the type.
Maybe.
Okay, let me guess. She's the president's daughter?
That's too good for a guess. Want to start explaining?
Psychic powers. Nah, just kidding with you, amigo. I overheard one of the villagers talking something about the president's daughter in the church.
And who might you be?
Me llamo Luis Serra. I used to be a cop in Madrid. But now I'm just a good-for-nothing guy who happens to be quite a ladies' man.
Why'd you quit?
Phew, policia. You put your life on the line. Nobody really appreciates you enough for it. Being a hero isn't what it's cracked up to be anymore.
Used to be a cop myself. Only for a day, though.
I thought I was bad.
Somehow I managed to get myself involved with the incident in Raccoon City on my first day in the force.
That is the incident with the viral outbreak, right? I think I might have seen a sample of the virus in a lab at the department.
Do something, cop!
After you. Now! It's Leon. Sorry I couldn't get in touch sooner, but I was a bit tied up.
You're okay, right?
I'm fine. There was a male civilian held captive. According to him, Ashley's in a church somewhere.
What happened to him?
He managed to escape.
Do you have a fix on the location of that church?
No, but apparently there's a secret passage in the village that leads there. I'm heading back to the village.
It is really, really nice revisiting this game. Even though I recently, well, I say recently, I played Resident Evil 4 Remake as soon as it came out. It's just nice playing this game as well. Okay, earlier I was saying, oh yeah, Resident Evil Remake was more grounded in reality. And, you know, now that I think about it, there's at least one sequence where the Chainsaw Sisters chainsaw through a wall in that game, and he didn't need to do it, but he did like a backflip off the wall, which put him in more danger. And then there's the whole mechanic of the knife and being able to deflect things with it, which is so cool, but so stupid, but so awesome. You can deflect like the chainsaw with your knife. Oh my goodness. I gotta replay that game too. But see, the one nice thing about these two games is mechanically, they are similar, but they play differently. And like I said, this one's more arcadey. Nothing's wrong with that. You know, at the time, it was a departure of what you were familiar with the series, but it was revolutionary and inspiring. I believe that this whole over-the-shoulder camera view, once this game came out, well, everyone started kind of getting inspired off of it and emulating it. Kind of became the norm for a bit. Can't think of any examples off the top of my head, but I feel like it helped revolutionize over-the-shoulder camera views.
Got something that might interest you. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
Don't know if you noticed, stranger, but did you see the blue medallions hanging around? What is this voice? In the village? Come back after you've shot 10 or more of them. I've got a specialized gun I want you to try out. I like how he's just, I'm here to help you out. Anyways, the Punisher was my favorite weapon because it was just good at clearing cords. I think you could just even, no, you can't buy it off. Well, maybe you can buy it off of him later. But you get it for free, so you might as well get it for free.
What are you buying?
I'm pretty sure if I played the village sequence with the Chainsaw Doctor more efficiently, and I think if you take him out, you do get some good stuff.
What are you selling?
Oh, these lines are just classic. All of it's so good.
Ah. Thank you.
Is there anything over here? Got some barrels. So yeah, I know I'm all over the place in terms of topics. Yeah, I would say the 2014 port, I guess, which is this, is serviceable, but well, there's also the HD project of this game, which I've seen some comparison footage, and it looks really good. It basically pushes the engine to the best that it could be, and to my understanding, the modders like actually traveled and found places where reference images and texture images were taken, like, you know, like whatever assets that they may have used from real life counterparts. They actually traveled to those places and took higher resolution photos, essentially like capture those textures at higher details and whatnot. And yeah, they did a really good job. I almost want to give it a shot. I'm just not really good at the whole modding situation, but that's probably the way to play this game. But this is serviceable. This is okay. But anyways, I might revisit this game in a bit here. I think I'm just gonna exit because, well, the kiddo is at the grandparents right now, and I should probably, you know, get some stuff done around the house since he's not here. You know, prepare for baby number 2, and then eventually, you know, go pick him up. Go. Okay, so I don't know if I'll continue this video. Maybe I will, maybe not. We'll see. See what I end up doing. Anyways, be right back, I think. This is my to-go stuff for when the baby gets here. I really gotta actually finish packing. Computer needs to be cleaned as well. Okay. Hey, I'm back. I just picked up the kiddo from the grandparents. Took a while to drive back. Yeah. Right. I found this earlier. I wanted to take a look at it for nostalgia's sake. Resident Evil 4. I bought this 20 years ago. One of the few games I decided to keep. I got some cupboards above my computer here. Some mishmash of random things. I think I got like, what was it? Dead Space 2 for PC. Some other random games. It gives me a smile, but actually also kind of hurts for some reason to look at this. I don't know why. Oh man. Good old GameCube case. Weird hole. Yeah, Resident Evil 4. Only for GameCube. Yeah, right. Start printing money. Oh, it's so dusty. There's like dust underneath the cover, or maybe the plastic's just scratched. Yeah, or scuffed. Oh. Yeah. Resident Evil reinvents itself as a series moves in a terrifying new direction. Fast-paced, edge-of-your-seat action, aim and shoot, zero in on enemies with laser precision. Cunning enemies use their abilities to attack the player en masse. Destined to be the greatest survival horror game of all time. Yeah, it was. Unsurpassed visuals with breathtaking 3D graphics and effects. New, never-before-seen enemies, including creatures that defy the laws of nature. Yeah, that was always the case. New gameplay mechanics, behind-the-back camera perspective, and hit zone aiming system. Yeah. Looking at my old, well, the couple of games I kept, I was surprised I didn't have Metroid Prime up there, but I have 2 and Corruption, which is part 3. Yeah, CD. Yeah, it's definitely seen some better days. It's not the worst I've seen in terms of CDs, but oh man. Feels weird looking at these GameCube discs. They are so small. I forgot how tiny they were. Good lord. I think that
Honestly, I think the GameCube could have been a better console if the CDs were normal sizes. I understand this was to prevent piracy, but they found a way anyways. Just would have been able to hold more stuff if the discs were bigger, you know? Yeah. I might just have to flip through the instruction manual. Oh, do you remember the days where you could buy instruction manuals and they were in color? Goodness gracious, I think... Let's try this again. Let's see what I can do here. My limited resources. Yeah. Oh, man. I think I need like a tripod or something. Actually, hold on. Hold on. If I did this. Ooh, that could work. Yeah, I got a bit of a fish lens going on, but yeah, you can kind of see what I'm trying to aim for. Okay, that can work out. So, I miss the days of instruction manuals where, I don't know, just a little pamphlet that came with the game. That's just, those days are just gone. I wish they'd bring them back. I understand that most newer games just have instructions either available on the website or, you know, in the actual game itself, but there was just something nice about having the physical media to flip through. I think every GameCube game came with this precaution and safety, health and safety precaution booklet. Oh my goodness, it's late. Just general disclaimer stuff. 1 in 4,000 people may have seizures or blackouts, that sort of thing. Seems to be in every language. Patent information. Oh my goodness, this is a big leaflet. Bigger than I realized. Huh. I seldomly ever read these. Yeah. Controller neutral position reset. Yeah, this was always an interesting thing. It seems to be existent in N64 as well. If you turn on the game with the thumbstick pointing up, that thinks it's default, like centered. So the same thing happens with these two, I think. I used to mess around with my cousins by playing Smash Bros. And having it paused. And, you know, when they're not looking, if they had to like run off somewhere, I would just do this input here. I'd reset it, except I'd hold the thumbstick down so that when they start playing and, unpaused it, all of a sudden their character's going to the left. I wonder if that works on the Smash Bros. Controller. I don't know. I don't know if it's just the old style GameCube controllers. Of course, you know, Smash for Wii U, and then later Smash Ultimate reprinted the controllers. They weren't the same as these classic ones. I mean, they're nicer in the sense that they're a little lighter and the wire is longer, but there's just something about the original stuff. You can't really replace the original. You just can't. Like even this 2014 HD release just doesn't feel quite right. I kind of wish it did what I kind of wish you could have something like Halo Remaster where you just push a button and toggle back to how it originally looked. But that's just me. And it's easy to remember things a lot better than they actually were. Got the Nintendo seal of quality. Classic. Page contents. Prologue. Several years have passed since the destruction of Raccoon City. Leon is facing his ultimate challenge. A mysterious village. Creatures that defy nature. Are they human? Or... ... Setting up. Changing discs. Yep. Getting into the game. Oh yeah. Good old controllers. miss it. Man. I know it's right here, but it's hard to explain. I think I miss more than just the game itself. I kind of miss... Maybe I miss parts of what I had in the past, if that makes any sense. When you look back, it's like... I have photogenic memory. I remember things a lot better than they were, right? But there are some moments in my life that I think back and I just wish I could revisit them and, yeah, you know, just maybe tell people how much I care about them, how much they meant to me. Because that's the weird thing about life. There's going to be a time in your life where you're just going to do something for the last time. You might not yet know it, whether it's talking to someone or, I don't know, playing a game even. You never know. Walking to the park with your friends, staying up late playing video games with people, saying goodbye to someone, unknowing that it's like the last time. Stuff like that. I don't know, I'm thinking about it. You know, life changes. It's nice to revisit sometimes. Yeah, all the usual stuff. Like I said, I kind of just miss it. I miss the physical nature of media. It's not that way anymore. Even notes page. The nightmare is not over, neither zombie nor human. A new horror has come. Pick up your Resident Evil 4 chainsaw control today and beat them their own game. I kind of wish I got that, but look how obnoxious that is. I think it's a collector's item now. I think they go for like, I don't even know. I can't even throw a number. I wouldn't get it right. Resident Evil Apocalypse. Yeah. Oh yeah. Gosh, that's a brand I haven't heard in a while. Brady Games. Yeah. I wonder if they still exist. Okay. That's enough nostalgia for now. I think I might play a little bit before going to bed, even though I should be going to bed right now. Okay. Yeah, I guess last time I played video games would have been... Was it Valentine's Day? The Halo 2? Yeah, I guess so. Feels good to be playing video games. Okay, we're back. Just for a little bit. Still gotta work tomorrow. Ah, man. I really did love this game. It is nice to revisit it.
Welcome.
So, between when I last played this game and currently right now, I went out with the wife, we had dinner, and I'm worried I got the special gun. Oof. Want the rifle or the attaché case? Choices. TMP. Okay, here's one thing that the remake did good. There was more weapons that actually used the TMP ammo. The rifle is definitely a worthwhile investment.
Is that all?
Oh no. Hold on. I might be able to make this work. I'm gonna organize my inventory here. There we go. You know what I could do? I could just open the door, go on a murder spree, and just come back. Maybe I'll do that. Why not? Yeah, I guess this last week I've been just getting ready for the baby. It's trying to tie up loose ends. I finished some art commissions the other day. Project I've been working on for 2 years. The art commissions was for a game called Heart of Darkness by let me think what it was called. It'll come back to me. Right. The art commissions I was working for was called Blind Coyote Games. And they'll let me know when the tabletop is ready to go. Maybe more on that later. It'd be kind of neat to see where my art ended up. Gosh, I'm so bad at this now. I mean, I guess it's been 2 decades. It's always nice when they blow up themselves. Nope, that wasn't it. That was it. Yeah, what? I know this is not even related to Resident Evil 4. I enjoyed Resident Evil 8. I enjoyed Resident Evil 7. There were aspects of Resident Evil 8 where I was like, okay, this is kind of weird that we've gone from like semi-grounded horror to like freak show stuff. It was almost like whatchamacallit, Universal Studio stuff. You had the vampire and like a fishman, Frankenstein. I can't remember his name. You talk like this. Was it Victor? Oh, shucks, I can't remember. Heisenberg? Shucks, what do you call himself? Anyways, the guy who had Magneto powers in Resident Evil 8. At first I thought he was kind of dumb, but then he really grew on me. And then I was like, you know what? It's fine. Resident Evil is just gonna be always wacky. Even though like number 7 felt like it was trying to be a bit more grounded. I mean, okay, yeah, it's dealing with like moss monsters. But and yeah, there's some aspects of it where it's like, if Chris Redfield wasn't such a butthole and just actually explained what was going on to Ethan, the game would have turned out very different. I'm not doing so great, but I'm trying. When I originally played Resident Evil 4, I don't even think I would ever be a father. I think I was just trying to survive high school. Kind of weird to think about it. Uh-oh. Yep, uh-oh. This is it. Panic button, activate. I'm nearly dead. Well, I didn't want to use this, but first aid spray it is. Or I could have used the golden egg. Anyways, the whole tangent I was going with. One thing I didn't like about Resident Evil 8, as much as I liked a lot about it, you know, first person Resident Evil, kind of like, I wouldn't say open world, but Resident Evil 8 had a really biggish map that I felt like was really cool with the first person perspective. I kind of wish you could go anywhere you wanted. Yeah, you sort of could. Not perfectly, but... Anyways, let me get to a point. The weapon upgrading system. I like how Resident Evil 4 did it. I didn't really like how Resident Evil 8 did it because it got to the point where just the later guns were just better. Whereas I felt like Resident Evil 4 had a thing going on where if you liked a gun and just you were willing to stick it out and keep upgrading it, okay, it might not be as good as later guns, but it would have some potential. Like Leon's pistol, I think, would get increased headshots. You know, my brother should have the Wii version of Resident Evil 4 that I bought a long time ago. One of these days I should borrow it from them and just give it a shot, just for nostalgia's sake. And I don't know, maybe that might be a video for the future, one of these days. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Gotta stop letting that happen. But hey, at least I kicked his head off somehow. I think some choices in upgrading weapons in Resident Evil 4 here, some might be better than others. I think there's also one weapon. Was it the broken butterfly? Or was it the red? No, Killer 7. One of them, I think it doesn't really have a, you know, full upgrade bonus. I can't even remember what it's called. Oh, I should have done that. Didn't need to. I might have to look it up for curiosity's sake. I think there's just one, and I think it might be the Magnum, one of the Magnums. Are we just in danger until this area is cleared out of enemies, or are they just gonna keep coming back? Doesn't matter, I guess. Oh, I gotta get the medallions, right. Just out of curiosity, how difficult is this game with mouse and keyboard? Oh! Let's give it a shot, eh? Oh, except I don't know what Q is that. What is, oh no. What a terrible time to switch controls. Go back to controller. I can't believe how bad I am at this game. I remember being so stupidly good. Like, not crazy good, but much more proficient than what you're seeing here. I know it's been 2 decades, but come on. Not a good time to reload. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. No, that's not the right one. That's also not the right one. They're all the same. Never mind. What am I doing? These are supposed to say different things. For some reason, they're not. Not in the way that I was thinking they were gonna say. They're mislabeled. Maybe I changed some OBS assets around and they got all scrambled. Well, that's disappointing. Luckily, the game has that, what was it, radiant or dynamic or something difficulty. It'll realize I suck at the game, so it'll have some mercy on me.
Welcome. Got some rare. What are you buying?
So I think upgrading this one gives you the crazy headshot capacity or critical. Can't remember what the rifle did. Maybe the shotgun you just get a wider spread, but I always enjoyed the striker. The drum magazine shotgun. Problem with it is it burns through ammunition, but it's just useful. Treasure map.
Is that all?
Forgot about that.
Thank you.
Gosh, and I wanted to like the TMB. I just, I don't know. It's nice to have a machine gun. I guess I can just
Thank you.
get the upgraded attaché case and just come back later. We'll give this a shot again. Oh, it even shows you the medallion placements. Handy. Thinking about it, first time I was ever exposed to Resident Evil would have been on the N64 with Resident Evil 2. My cousin Jack would have bought that, I think. Yeah. Later, I'd understand that it was actually a technical marvel. You can watch videos about it. It's actually fascinating how they fit it all in the N64 cartridge. Unlocked everything for me. Times. So anyways, yeah, the wife and I went to dinner at a Greek-themed restaurant. Unfortunately, eating out these days is just ridiculously expensive. Ugh. But you know what? Grandparents were watching the kiddo and we figured, yeah, we can, it might be nice to be able to go to a nice restaurant and, you know, just kind of let our guard down. I always miss my son when we're doing something without him, but it is nice to sometimes be able to let your guard down, because he's at the age where, he'll squirm, he'll run around, and that's totally fair. Just means we won't go to those, you know, restaurants until he feels like sitting still when he's older. That was good. I had a spanakopia, we had some lamb. That was handy. Good placement. See, now the game's going easy on me. Creatures are dying, somehow magically, you know, actually shooting my shots better. I remember my buddy Lycos borrowed my Wii version of Resident Evil 4, and he unlocked everything for Mercenaries for me, because I already had done it on the GameCube version. I was just too lazy to do it again. But he enjoyed playing it, and it worked out for me because, well, I don't like hearing all this activity behind me, so I'm gonna move back here. Oh, also, I had I don't even know what it would be called, but it was some sort of Greek dish that was in some sort of red tomato sauce. It was really good. It reminded me of Chef Boyardee, except not as watery and really flavorful. Oh, so good. I just wish, man, I wish going to restaurants wasn't so expensive nowadays. I miss going out. But you know what? Have to live within our means, and it's basically the only way to be able to afford anything nowadays. That, or I could just be better at life and have more money. Oh well, maybe one day. Oh my goodness, I've wasted so much ammo on you! Yeah, after we went to the restaurant, I just drove to pick up my kiddo from the grandparents. And we talked a lot about, I guess, yeah, baby number 2. The plan, if it's a C-section, if it's traditional, what I might have to do for work. We covered all the stuff that we have packed, what we might need, who to contact depending on what time of day it is when we have to drive out to the hospital. Wow. Zombie was very resilient. Just all the important stuff that we just haven't had the chance to actually sit down together and talk about. It's been a very busy last week, last 7 days. I can usually tell if I'm busy if I don't play video games as often. That is the indicator, because that is kind of the first thing to go. Well, I'm not doing great, but I feel like I'm doing slightly better than last time. I love the ornate treasure chest. You know it's something good. Working on these videos has been relaxing, but at the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, when is that baby gonna come out? At sounds... I could have said that better. Oh yeah, I forgot you can do this. I used to do this every now and then for some reason, so it looks silly. It's like rolling in Ocarina of Time as young Link. Or yeah, you know what? Older Link too. It was just slightly faster to get across Hyrule Field. It actually doesn't make you move faster in this game though. I'm just saying dumb stuff. Inaccurate. You know one thing I liked about the remake? Is you can kind of just crouch whenever. At least I feel like you could. You know what? I don't know if I'm remembering that right. I just remember thinking, oh, in Resident Evil 4 when you get to the part with the, you know, machine gun toting Ganados, and the game gets even wackier. Yeah, you could duck at certain parts. Oh, Shiza. Hey, come this way, guys. The explosive barrel. Come here. There we go. Oh, they're good. Toast. When this game came out, I don't quite remember how I got the soundtrack, but I managed to get the soundtrack onto my computer. Probably through nautical activities. Anyways, I remember making home movies with my cousins and my buddies, and I would use the Resident Evil music from this game. So it's just good. Honestly, yeah, this game's good. I'm not good at it, but the game's good. Hopefully I'm not too all over the place. I got a lot on my mind. Work and future baby and stuff with my mom, as I have to mention every episode. But you know what? Life goes on. So does Leon. You know, for a while I thought Resident Evil 4 was the most re-released game, but definitely Skyrim took that throne. Both are great games, you know, even if we roll our eyes about how many ports there are. Now, if I shoot the dynamite when it's not lit, does it explode? Oh goodness. Hey. What are you doing? Come on. Come on. Oh, Lord Sadler. Well, thankfully they are super easy to kill on this bridge. Is that just... Okay. I was like, that couldn't have been a stick of dynamite at my feet. Oh yeah, he's just trying to... Nope. Are we on money? We might have enough to get that sniper rifle. Alright, y'all wait here. I'll be right back.
What are you buying?
Yeah, just enough.
Thank you.
I didn't remember the scope being placed like that on the original game, but I guess that's how it was. Interesting. and then, yeah, the model to examine it looks way better than even the one he's holding right now, which is interesting. I guess that's like that with all the items, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I guess the polygon count would be lowered to include, or to be able to include more items on the screen here. Oh my lord. I almost felt a little choppy for some reason. Weird. Oh, everyone dead? Really? Okay, well, let's loot the place. Might as well use these eggs up. I don't think I mentioned it, but yesterday a friend who I hadn't seen in a while, well, I saw him earlier this year at a wedding. No, sorry, earlier last year at a wedding. Ooh, nice. Yellow herbs. And money. Yes, so I guess it's been like maybe half a year or so. And honestly, before that, I think it had been like 7 years since I saw him. So it's good to see him again, but he's only in town for some local business, like work-related stuff, every once in a while. So unfortunately, we probably won't see him for a little bit, because I think the drive to see him is 8 hours. But yeah, it was good to catch up and just hang out. It was also my buddy's birthday, so we sort of kind of did a low-key birthday thing. It was my buddy Scott's birthday, and his wife Val made a carrot cake, which was really good, except for the disclaimer, as he put it, that his stepmother? I guess it'd be stepmother, I'm not sure. I don't know my family terminology as much as I should. I guess he was commenting how his stepmother, instead of using candles, had sparklers. So I guess they had like a little birthday thing earlier, either the day before or the day before that. And there was, you know, sparklers spark and little fragments got on the cake, but whatever, extra magnesium. Good for the body, right? Helps you sleep. Helps with your muscles, including your heart. But regardless of that, which you can barely notice or see a little bit, it was it was actually a great cake. It was so good. It was the moistest carrot cake I've ever had. It was very moist. I don't know why I'm laughing at that. It was just good. It was just good. I could eat the whole thing. So what am I doing? It won't open. Looks like something fits inside this hexagonal indentation. It did feel like in this game versus the earlier entries, maybe the puzzles were a little bit more simplified. Just how it was. Check the map, by the way. I think once we leave this area, there's no real point to come back. Backtracking, I don't think, was too much of a thing in this game, other than revisiting areas when it's a little bit different. You know, for a while, I thought Resident Evil 4 was the most re-released game, but definitely Skyrim took that, took that throne. Both are great games, you know, even if we roll our eyes about how many ports there are. very dusty here. I like how they do that. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, treasure. Right through the level. Gets all quiet. You know, shortly after buying this game, I went to some game shop and I bought a game called Cold Fear. It was a Ubisoft game. I bought it for $5 for GameCube, I think, or maybe it was Xbox. I can't remember. But all right, hold on. Okay, thank you. Oh, all dead? All dead. It didn't capture me the same way Resident Evil 4 did, so I barely played it, but if I see it on sale on Steam, I might check it out. I was kind of curious. It tried to do something similar here. Just on a oil rig. Or a boat, actually. Or maybe both. Yeah, the one thing about being a parent is sometimes I forget what what it's like to just hang out with my wife. But that's just what it's like to have a family. You know, I spend time with the kid and that's what it should be. Well, they are taking care of the problem for me. With all their dynamite. But yeah, it was just nice to be able to talk and discuss things. We're just talking about like home renovation stuff and how much that might cost. Bathtub is having some issues. It's got some micro cracks on the exterior of the bathtub because it appears to be acrylic. And yeah, that's all money. It's all money. We got a couple quotes. They're not cheap. It's nothing is ever really cheap when it comes to home improvement stuff. And honestly, I know people say you can do it yourself, but when it comes to water stuff, I just don't wanna, I don't wanna mess around. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, I think I may have said this story before, but the last place I lived at was an apartment. It was just having constant water issues because of the piping. I think it was, what was it called? It's not Poly B. Actually, that's one thing in our place that we gotta worry about is we have Poly B piping, and apparently that has some infamy. When it comes back to me, I'll know, but the last place I lived at had some unfortunate plumbing issues, and it took a very long time to fix it, and it was very expensive. Some people ended up having to, at least at the last place we were living at, do some stuff with their mortgage to be able to afford it. We just worked our asses off. I did a lot of overtime at the time, and yeah, we managed to be able to save up the money, but that was a hard time. But it had to get done, and I guess we'll have to go through it again. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna eat the golden egg. But I guess it's just part of life. I guess it doesn't matter whether you're paying a mortgage or renting. Being alive is just expensive regardless. You know, after the Resident Evil 3 remake, I honestly thought the next game they would go with is Code Veronica, which I think would be a perfect candidate for Resident Evil, well, remake treatment. So, where is that, Capcom? What's going on with that? Maybe bump into Lewis soon, right? Probably. Could go wrong. Still alive? Love how he could just jump down so far. Oh yeah, there's fish here. Actually, hold on. Can't I just... Or do they vanish on me? I forgot about this area. Oh my goodness. Ah. Okay. There we go. It's the Y button. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? I want it differently than what I have right now. That's for sure. Oh, perfect. I was able to put in my inventory. I don't think these fish respawn, do they? Probably should reload. That'd be the expert thing to do. And I'm just gonna check the map here. This is going up to... what's his name? The Big Cheese's house? Yeah, I guess I can climb back down if I feel like it. Hey, it's that sign again. Does the signpost mean more than booby traps? Might mean death. Oh yeah, I should actually probably loot this area. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I thought his head was looking at it. Camera zooms out a bit. I guess just to give you perspective of the house that you're walking up to. Large crystal ball. Looks like it rotates. Something activated. Someone's a huge fan. Ooh. Insignia key. What's this? Chief's notes. As instructed by Lord Sadler, I have the ancient in confinement, alive. Why keep him alive? I do not fully understand what the Lord's intentions are. I would, however, think he'd keep them separate, not confine them together as had been ordered. I don't expect Lewis would trust a stranger, but if by chance they did cooperate, the situation could get a bit more complicated. If for some reason an unknown third party is involved, I don't think they'd let a chance like this slip by. But maybe it's all Lord Sadler's ploy, leaving us vulnerable so that this third party will surface, even if they exist, that is. It's an unlikely possibility, but if a prowler is already amongst us, then our plans could be ruined. I guess the Lord thinks it's worth the risk if we're able to stop whatever conspiracy has work. At any rate, it's the Lord's call. We'll trust his judgment as always. Anyways, third party, hint hint, wink wink.
Nuestro jefe se cuidará de la rata. Si la plaga es mucho mejor que la nuestra. Tienes
You carry the same blood as us, it seems. Nevertheless, you're an outsider. Just remember, if you become unpleasant to our eyes, you'll face severe consequences.
What? Same blood.
I think I'll have to wrap it up here. It is getting late after all.
Leon, I've been able to get some new info that might help you.
Fill me in.
Apparently, there's a religious cult group involved. They're called the Los Illuminados.
Los Illuminados.
That's a mouthful.
That's a mouthful. Anyway, I had an unexpected run-in with the big cheese of this village.
But you're okay, right?
Yeah. But he could have killed me, but he let me live. And he mentioned something about me carrying the same blood as them. Whatever that means.
Carry the same blood. Huh. Interesting.
Anyway, there are more important things than solving riddles right now.
You're right. Hurry and find that church, Leon.
I like how you can go back in the room and I'm pretty sure it triggers an optional cutscene. We'll do it right now. Hey. What do you mean the same blood? Whoa. Who was that prowler, third-party person? Woman in red. Somehow so familiar. Could have been anyone. Yeah, fun little optional cutscene there. It's a painting of a lake. Maybe it's around here somewhere? Looks like the people in this house eat like normal humans. Well, that's what they want you to think. Single egg. Yeah, why not? It's not a bad little house. Ooh. Don't have the space for it. Looks like the people here carry out their lives like ordinary people. They even read books. Well, read books. Well, then again, I guess the guy is able to compose letters, so... Wasn't there supposed to be like an outhouse somewhere? I swear there was. Never mind. Don't. Looks like they use toilets. Guess they're at least somewhat civilized. I'm a little confused. This looks like just a urinal with toilet paper to the... A toilet would have made more sense to me. Maybe he's big cheese in more way than one. I don't even know what I mean by that. Ah, come on. Come on. All right. Thank you. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to take these guys on, but I could try. Not really spot to fight here. Well, always spam grenades. Uh-oh. Okay. Where's Chainsaw Bro? Wait, where is he? How far away did he fly? Is he right behind me somewhere? There's no way a grenade would have killed him. He's probably behind me. Yeah, he's behind me. Uh-oh. Okay, we might be okay. Best way to tell they're dead is the chainsaw stops revving, right? Uh-oh. Good lord. Thank you. I guess the music stopping is a good giveaway too. Oh, got a ruby. Is this one you combine? I can't remember. Actually, I don't want to examine the items here. Yeah, still pretty. Simple, but effective. Oh yeah, this one needs the, there we go, those gemstones. Oh, why do I do that? Although accidentally doing that has made me realize. Ooh. Ammo. One of these days I have to play the HD mod, the project, was it Project HD? I wonder if they would have done things like, you know, fix the resolution of textures like that in the distance. I feel like this is kind of, it was just part of the era of older games. Like I remember the first time I noticed pulling out something with a scope and zooming into the distance, and it didn't look so good on GameCube games. Maybe just games of that era anyways. Would have been Star Fox Adventures. Nowadays you don't really see stuff like this. There's usually lower polygon models, but or some other trickery. But you know, there's something oddly nostalgic about it. And you wouldn't have noticed this on a lower resolution TV. Maybe. I guess on that note, hold on. Just wanna... I want to do one last thing before I go to bed here. Okay, we're back. It kind of worked out in a weird way. Getting a weird visual effect to the side, that's okay. I brought the resolution down to 800 by 600. and I did some OBS filters to reduce the frame rate. Actually, it looks great on my screen. It's running really fast, but but it doesn't look so good on what you're seeing with the. I use an OBS plugin called Retro Effects. Googled it looking for chromatic aberration and CRT effects, and was very happy it existed. You know what? The shotgun does feel pretty good. I do feel like this shotgun does get outclassed later on, but hey, you know, it's your good old shotgun. Here's a very quick Resident Evil 4 story. I remember when I bought it, I was very adamant that my younger brothers didn't watch me play it. I mean, I would have been 16 at the time, so my younger brothers were younger than 16, and that game was M-rated. I mean, still playing it, but still don't want them to get exposed to violence and all that stuff. Ugh. Definitely being a little over the top at that point. I remember one of my cousins, Cousin Jack, he was like, "Oh, what are you doing? You're being weird." I was like, I guess so. Yeah. Considering I played M-rated games at the same age my youngest brother did, so I don't know. I think I just wanted to protect them for some odd reason. I was just know how to go about it. Also feels good just having a sniper rifle. Yeah, we got the insignia key. I think... Let's see here. Oh, I missed a bunch of medallions there. Also got all those treasures. There's no point in me going that way, though, is there? The merchant's down that way. Guess I could venture off that way, get those blue medallions. What am I doing? Didn't I say I was gonna go to bed? What time is it even? Anyways. Ooh, tomorrow is going to hurt. It's okay. It's almost the weekend. Although I probably should be a bit more serious about things because, you know, the whole wife being pregnant and baby could come at any second now. Yeah. Yeah, I should be a bit more serious about it, but... Oh, you're so jittery, Leon. Well, I think once I finish playing this game, I might not revisit it, so... rifle ammo it is. No, that's not true. I think I'll revisit this game one day. Again. I might do one of two things. Either I talk to my brother, borrow the N64, or sorry, the GameCube again, and... yeah, just revisit it. Like how I remember. Or I just go through the effort of the HD mod. Then maybe while I'm at it, I'll just revisit RE4 Remake after this. Nah, I'm getting too ambitious with that. I don't really have the time to do that. Again, what schedule am I holding up to, you know? I'm not really a true Let's Player. I'm just some guy who does random videos on the side, so... I guess I'll see where we end up. I don't quite know yet. Camera pans downwards, so I just... yeah, there we go. And... there we go. It is nice to have the map. Just be behind the barn. Yep. Oh, I think, yeah, you look up from the second floor and then you can see it. I think it's this map that has some sort of weird glitch that allows you to travel off screen and access some sort of weird ammo catch by clipping through the wall or the geometry of the level. I saw a video on it once, but I never actually tried it myself. Yeah, these filter effects make the game look really awful, but it does invoke a little bit of nostalgia, which, yeah, I'm absolutely craving. I'm fiending for it. Yearning for that nostalgia. Okay, I think this is where we'll save the game, and I think I'll end the stream here for now. So hey, whoever you are, whenever you are, thanks for tuning in. It's been a while since I played a video game, basically a week, and it was nice, but I really should go to bed. I should actually be resting more often because, yeah, the baby could come at any time, so gotta be on my guard. Anyways, this was fun. Up next, whenever I get around to it, 17 subscriber special, because guess what? Now we have 17 subscribers, so more on that in just a second, okay? Maybe give me a week or 4, depending on where that baby ends up. Hopefully it ends up okay. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, you know what? Time for me to go to bed. You have a good night, whoever you are, whenever you are. Have a fantastic day, afternoon, evening, and night. This was me Resident Eviling, and I'll see you later.